Okay, I'm live now, I guess. That's so stupid. Okay, basically, just to explain what's going on a little bit, I have been teaching Kobe. I don't know if you know about this. No, listen. It was already streaming. It was streaming on my software, and I sent it up, and it's working. Uh, but there's an additional button that I have to press go live on YouTube in order to actually go live. That's not my fault. That's fucking YouTube. That's stupid. Okay, listen. Um Currently with JJ. I have been, I don't know if I told you about this, but I have been teaching some students game development, and that's how I've been making money recently. So I have students, and some of them have been wanting to make more complicated projects. Um, thank you, nice. So this is one of them. This is a project that a student wanted to make. He wanted to like remake Islanders, and I was like, okay, we could do it. And I thought I could like raw dog it, just like do it without having to think about how to actually make it. But and obviously, like I can make it, obviously, right? We have it here. But I don't know. There's some like little stuff that keep popping up. It's like tiny stuff that I could figure out how to do it. Uh, I could fix in the, but I'm not able to fix it in the moment while I'm trying to teach somebody else. So that's what this is for. I'm trying to make the game really quickly, just so I'm not like lost what to do with the students. And this is currently our progress with Islanders. We can place things down. It doesn't allow us to place it down if the angle is too off, but we can rotate stuff. We can also rotate the camera like this. Damn, look at that. Damn. Damn. And I think this is it. The last thing that we have to do is actually get the point system. Have you ever played Islanders? Yes. No. No. Damn. This guy. Boring. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. Hold on, let me see. You know what it is, right? Oh, you don't know what it is. Okay. Well, you're about to see right now. So Islanders is this it's this game made by Jonas Tyroller, or Grizzly Games is like him and another guy. And it's a really simple game. You're not going to be able to hear it. I need to figure out audio. I need to actually get audio inside of here. No more space in the buildings in high score mode. So, man, this audio is so loud. Give me a second. Let me just turn it off. So the game is really simple. All you do with the game, build 100 buildings. Look at me. All you do in the game is you just like, yeah. It's cool, Islanders. All you do is you just place objects, and your goal is to just build buildings, and you have like different what is it called? Like if you place buildings next to each other in a good way, then it offers you more points. So like here next to here, right? It's giving us a +5, +5. But if we place it next to this, it doesn't like that, so it's giving us a -1, because they have different interactions with what with what they're with. What am I trying to say? You get what I'm trying to say, right? So I guess the next thing that I have to worry about, game over. Is that it? What the fuck? That no way that was it. Hold on. Sorry. Explore 10 islands. Didn't I already have all these achievements? Why is it giving it to me again? Pick one. All right. Does this have to be in the water? Is that the whole game? Why is it? What the fuck is this? Yeah, I guess the last thing that I have to worry about is the point system, but the point system should be really simple. It's just going to be like a thing that displays a point on the screen, right? So I'm thinking we're done with it so far. Probably the next thing that we actually have to do is work on what is it called? The map creation, because right now it's just a terrain and we don't want that. We want it to be like a prefab. We want it to be procedurally generated. So that's probably the next thing. But I don't know how far we want to go with this project, because this project is pretty... I think all projects are kind of complicated. I think this is a good stopping point. And then if he wants to continue with the project, we can continue. But if not, then I'll probably end up making the point system later. Unity? What's up, Scotty? What's wrong with Unity? Unity's great. They've never done anything wrong. But we can make the point system, I guess. Small house. I was also thinking about accept their pricing policy. I have another student. He wants to make this this like text dungeon crawler. I think it's a really cool idea. He's been putting a lot of effort into the design, and this guy is also really smart. No, it's fine. The old Unity versus Unreal race. Yeah. I have made games. It reminds me of Pile Up so much. Literally the same game. I've never heard of Pile Up. Let me look at that game. Give me a second. Holy shit. Unreal is terrible. What about Godot? You don't like Godot? Pile Up. This is free? Wow. I don't think this is a game you're talking about. I think it's this one. This one, is this on like a grid system or something? 2025. This is new. Yo, this is what I'm talking about, brother. This is what I'm talking about. People do not care. People don't care about like repetition in the idea, right? Look at that. 928 reviews. So the game that I'm currently working on, Fool's Court, is based off of this game, War Sim. This game, I started playing it. It's very addicting. I think my favorite aspect of this game, War Sim, is this one part where you're just talking to subjects and people are coming in. And I was like, that specific part of the game. Also, there's this like gambling portion of the game also where you can like bet on fights. It might be cool to add in that to the game too, but later stuff. This game is cool. The only issue with this game is that it's what is it called? It's like text-based and there's a lot of reading. I don't like that. So that's what Fool's Court is based off of, is this. But the big problem is that the way I'm doing it requires a lot of content to actually implement. Anyways, let me go ahead and I need to figure out a radius thing for everything. And actually, let me think. I'm trying to think of how we can do that. Let me think about this. We have, where's my mouse? There it is. We probably want to have like an additional thing over here, like a sphere, right? So we want to create a sphere, 3D sphere, place. Bounds. What would you call it? Like a sphere checker? Let's go into the materials. Let's make a new material for the sphere checker thing. Does he not have materials? Where are we keeping the materials? Let's just make a new folder. Transparent blue. Change this to transparent alpha. Change it to blue. Transparent blue. Okay, perfect. Let's... You don't want it to be reflective, right? Smoothness. No. We could probably change up the opacity a little bit. Maybe make it not that blue, like that. Okay, I think that's good. Would you say Unity is more easy to learn? In terms of Unreal, if you're talking about Unreal versus Unity, that's a difficult question. I think Unreal, well, compared to what? To Unreal? Or Godot? To Unreal? If you're trying to learn one over the other, I think Unreal is easier to... I think Unreal is faster to actually start making stuff because the things that you're learning directly go hand in hand with actually like creating like a system. And there are so many pre-built things out for you. Unity, there are a lot of pre-built stuff, but it's not as easy to set up and use. Well, okay, Unreal is like really heavy on their templating stuff. And you almost like have to use a template in order to actually start a project. And they expect you to do that. Unity also has that idea. So if we go into projects, we have a bunch of different templates. We have like mixed reality, whatever, multiplayer third-person gameplay. But most people don't really teach starting from these or like make games even starting from things. We usually start like in one of these universal core, and it's just an empty project. Unreal heavily has a lot of presets set for their templates. Let's check. Unreal, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to quickly launch it up. It's probably not worth it to bring it up. But because their templates are so fleshed out already and they're meant to be built off of, I would say it's faster to get to something that you're happy with in Unreal. But I would say that because all of the knowledge is so specialized, by the way, that also sucks. The jump from Godot to Unity is like crazy because Unity is so much slower. Unity to Unreal, I would say that jump is the same because Unreal is so fucking slow. That everything on their program is so slow. It fucking sucks. But actually making it, yeah. I think Unreal is easier to get to a more cleaner or to a more like finished product than Unity. But I would say Unity is better to learn because their systems, you could just like write everything in code. Which I think, I don't know if that sounds like a benefit or not, but to me that's a benefit. Just because if you don't know how to work with a system inside of Unity, you could just make your own system. Or if you don't even know that a system exists, you can make your own. Inside of Unreal, I guess that's also true. Their blueprint system is pretty like, you can't do a lot. Is that true? Oh, like you can code anything? Yeah, I guess that's true also. It's true with Godot. But he's not asking about Godot. You know why? Because Godot sucks, right? Right, Scotty? Yeah, dab me up, brother. You can make custom nodes and reuse them. In Godot? Yeah. I don't know much about Godot's. I didn't know they had a node system. Godot is like the bullied kid in school. Damn, Scotty, you and me, brother. Unity Unreal, yo, fuck Godot. Godot's shit, bro. He dapped me up. That's Scotty right there. Okay. I would say we gotta get somebody else in here. Who else is the Godot person that you know? Let me think. Do you know either of them, Scotty? Or are you just like asking? Outer Cloud? Outer Cloud, he's a Godot guy. I feel like Outer Cloud knows everything though. Tetris was colors with colors would work with Godot, I assume. Tetris with colors. You can make anything in any engine. I'm pretty advanced at UE. Okay. That's cool. He knows everything and he chooses Godot. I don't think that's true. I think he's just jumping. I mean, I guess he is making you know what? Cloud has a game already on Steam using Unity, and he is just now working on a game on Steam for Godot. But also, that game isn't out yet, you know? All I'm saying, he has a game out using Unity. He doesn't have a game out using Godot. So, that's all I'm saying. Jokes aside, I think my stance on engines is that you can make anything in any engine, and if you're spending your time debating which engine to use, you're wasting your time. That's my thought. If you're spending your time debating, you're wasting your time. Not worth it. Let me think about this 3D object cube. Okay, give me a second. T. Transform. 0.8. This is 1. E, W, T. What is scale? S? Whoop. Okay. I want to do an overlap sphere checker. Let's see, overlap. Let's just do a point checker, I guess, would be a good script to call it. Sup, yo, what up, Mr. Magnet? What up, Magnet123? How you doing? What's up? I'm trying to think. How we could use this point checker in order to determine how many points we want to. First thing first, we have to have like some sort of thing inside of our objects that determines the interactions that we have with other things, right? So we can have, we need some sort of object over here. Category list? Yes. Yeah. We need like a category list of objects to have. And each house has an array of cat lists for points. Yeah. What is Islanders? Bro, nobody knows what Islanders is. It's crazy. I can't believe that. Islanders is a game made by Jonas Tyroller. Islanders here. Is that big guy? He made a what's that other game? What's the other game? Fucking what's the other game? What is it called? Thronefall. Is that what it's called? He made Thronefall. But Islanders is this like really simple game where you like go around and you place objects on stuff on top of other objects. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting these. New game. High score mode. All BRB. All good, brother. The Snow game? That's him. Snow game also. He did that one. Okay, so you can click here. And basically the whole game, the premise of the whole game is that you're just trying to place down objects and get as many points as possible. So that's it. That's the whole game. So we can place an object there, place an object there, boom. Okay. And now we can build more buildings. This is the whole premise of the game. Really, really simple. I have a student who is currently, I teach Unity to people. And I have a student who wanted to learn Unity. The way he wanted to learn Unity was by creating this game. And I was like, yeah, I think this game is simple enough where we could just make the game. So I'm just remaking the game right now. So whenever we have our next lesson, I would be able to actually explain what to do and not just be like, oh, let's, you know, you get what I mean? But that's the game. This is the whole game. Sick, quit the game. Yeah, that's it. You're right about the category list. I'm just thinking of a good name to add to these. So, well, first of all, we want an object. We want a scriptable object, right? So this is going to be place interaction action SO. We're creating like a whole bunch of new systems. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Magnet. Do you know, what is it called? Do you know game development, Unity or whatever? Scriptable object, public, place interaction SO. No, actually, let's create a new struct, serializable, public struct, place type, or place interaction. Oh, damn. Wait, do you have an itch or anything? Only smaller ones, though? I mean, that's sick. That's still cool. Public. I feel like most of the games that I've made have been small games. Here, let me show this. Let's do itch. All of my games have been small games. Look at this. Aim Trainer. Beep and Bop. I remember that one. Bad Boys 2. These are all the ones that I've made. The ones that I have public, at least. This was my first game, Soul Collector. Yeah, look at that. This was all the way back in 2022. So that was 4 years ago. Very first game was 4 years ago. And now I feel... I don't... the issue with Goetia is that... Whoops. The issue with Goetia... Itch... is... that you have to download it. So I can't really share it because then I would have to download it. It's like, that's a lot of work. This one I worked with a team. What a great team. It was one of the greatest teams I ever worked, I ever had or ever worked with. This guy, the 3D artist, who was Dark Place? I don't remember him exactly. Screenshots? I have a YouTube video. I could like quickly scrub through the YouTube video. Woo! Okay, let me mute this. So this is... Here, let's see. This is how the game looks like. So it's just like a card game. I was inspired a lot by... What's that game called? That one game. You know what I'm talking about. That one game. What is it called? Inscription. That's the game. So we had a designer, and I basically said like, yo, we should make a game like Inscription. And it was for a game jam. So it was over the course of like 10 days that we made this game. But then after the game jam, I actually went back and worked on it a shit ton. So I worked on it for a month. And then after the month, this is basically where it was at after a month. And then after that, I just stopped working on it. What is that? Why do I have a QR code? Wait, what does that do? What is this QR code? Give me a second. Hold up. What is this? Oh, that's my Discord. Oh. Wait, is that Kane from Soul Reaver? The 3D model? This guy? Kane from Soul Reaver. Let's check that guy out. Maybe I don't want to check him out, actually. Let's see. Soul Reaver. This guy? No. That is not that guy. I could see the resemblance, though. XMO. You don't know Soul Reaver? I've never heard of Soul Reaver. Never, ever heard of Soul Reaver. Legacy of Kain, the Soul Reaver. Is this on Steam? It is on Steam. $30! Bro. That's more than I make in a year. That guy was just from this... let me continue. It's just from... It's a Mixamo. This guy was a Mixamo character. But this is the game. Basically, that's the whole game. You play cards. I think it has an interesting mechanic where you can actually move cards in sort of like a chess sort of fashion. We originally had the idea of making the game. Can I turn that off? Autoplay. Hide. There we go. Hide. There we go. Yeah, we originally had this idea of having each card have like some sort of special ability. But I will say this was my first 3D game. I don't really consider it a 3D game just because it's just you're just working on a grid, you know? So what am I trying to say? This was the first time that I had ever worked. This is like my second game or something ever. So I didn't know how to code. So adding in special abilities felt like a lot of work. And I was like, I don't know how to do it. It felt like so much work. I didn't understand the concepts of inheritance or state machines. State machines was a brand new concept to me. Inheritance I was like really struggling with when I was making this game. So a lot of this game is like really hacky, and I had like a bunch of issues making it just because I didn't know what I was doing. That was one of my first games. I would say my first real like 3D game was this one. Let me see. Let's see. Was this one Arrow's Nexus? This one I got like a bunch of voice actors, and I was like trying to learn a bunch of stuff. I was like learning how to do like physics and 3D and how to do character AI or like enemy AI. Also really complicated for the time. And again, this was during a game jam, so it was like during 10 days. When was this made? This was, I would consider my first 3D game. This was 2-3 years ago. So it was a year after that one, right? Is that right? I forgot. Oh yeah, that's it. Those were my games. That was it. That's it. Now I'm working on this. Public, enum, place type. Big house, small house, medium house. I would love to see what you guys have done also. If you guys have done anything. Okay, then we're going to do... I don't know if you need serializable on here, but I just always add it in. Public, place type, type, and then a public... Holy shit. German, we got a German over here. Let's check it out. Give me a key. Give me a free key. What the? One including has been excluded based on your preferences. Why? This is your game? Oh, 2 Germans, bro. I have no idea what's being said. Unavailable in your preferred language. Gotcha. Yo, this would be a fun game to just like walk through and just go like, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's gazettes. Catching ROM park cars. Gotcha. So you're like, what is it called? You're like, it's a meme generator. Okay, gotcha. That's so funny. It's an early access, huh? English language not supported. $2.99. I don't have that kind of cash. Just kidding. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I think that's funny. How long did this take you to make? Damn, this was 2 years ago. Almost to the day. Almost. Damn, no other projects? $12. Verstops zer Ashwa. Still working on it? Oh, really? You're still working on it? Oh, I was like trying to look through it. The last update made by this developer was over 20 months ago. Scotty, what's up, Scotty? Come on, 20 months ago. Oh, not this. Okay, gotcha. But still, it's still in early access, Scotty. What's going on? Come on, Scotty. I would never have a game on Steam for a long time with it not being released. That's a joke. Meme is over. No one will play. Wait a second. Hold on. You had 24 reviews. That's not bad, right? How much money did you make from it? If you're making it's basically $3, right? That's 60 72. No, it was good. It was good first game. That's good. Yeah. I think that's good. 3,000? You made 3,000. Wait, 3,000 what? I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah. 3,000 euros. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I think you should just at least just like make it released and maybe you'll get like a little boost. No, it was really good for my first one. Yeah. That's really good. That's crazy. Do you have a Steam page up for your second game? Congrats, bro. Clap and a half. Clap and a half for Scotty. It helped a lot that it was a meme in case of commercial. Yeah, the thing that I'm always worried about with jumping on like a meme or something, maybe not for games because I feel like they're way too fast. Actually, that's not even true. There was this huge meme in on like TikTok a long time ago. It was about like 100 gorillas versus one guy. And I decided to make that into a game, but the meme died by the time I finished it. And I'll be honest, I didn't jump on it fast enough. I could have definitely finished it much sooner, but I just didn't. But it definitely would have been something cool to jump into. Yeah, that's sick. What's your other game? Public int points. Public place interactions. Okay, and then inside of top viewer streamboot.com. Yo, thanks postrad ideology FH8. Yo, that guy, he wants me to succeed. Wait, can I kick? Latency on YouTube is crazy bad. Is it? Sorry. Let's check. Analytics. Oh, I set it to normal latency. I apologize. I don't think I can fix that without stopping the stopping the stream, but I will check it for next time, okay? Go live button makes you go live. Wait, is it? Oh, no, that's all the way back at the beginning. Okay. Sick. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you switching over. Okay, now we have our interactions. I think this is good. The only thing now that we need is an actual game object that we attach onto here. Create script, create asset menu. That's fine. Now we need like an actual thing on top of it. So in order to do that, we have to have add something onto here, right? Let's do that. Yo, thank you, Scotty, for following. Appreciate you, brother. How do I ban this guy, by the way? I was about to ban him. Ban. Bye-bye. Yeah, this thing is sick. Mods ban, huh? Mods ban? Excuse me. Ban him. Ban him! Get him out of here! Sorry. I banned him. He's out. Okay, we need an actual like an actual thing on the object. So how do we do that? True. Let's go ahead and I'm trying to think. I want to try making a game where you can build a boat and the walls, etc., snap on each other. That would be a cool idea. I think for that type of thing, don't test me. He's German, brother. Don't mess with him. You know that. You definitely don't want to see my back. You won't like me when I'm angry. Wait, what do you use? Who was talking? 132 magnet. What do you use? You said you use Godot? Or you use Unity? I see red when I get angry. Unity, that's right. Okay, sick. Okay, sorry. I'm just playing the game. We need to actually get something to actually put on here. So we probably want a place. Well, let's just call it place. I don't know a different name to call it. I would help you with your game, but that would be like teaching a bicycle rider to win a car. Wait, for who? Oh, because you're an Unreal? A bicycle rider to win at NASCAR. Serialized field, privates, Kobe. Kobe, don't get called out like this, brother. Don't get called out like this. Private, place interaction SO. Is that right? Wait, hold on. I think I'm doing this wrong. No. It's just going to be a single one. And let's change this name of place interactions. Interactions. I'm going to win the Tour de France, just you see. That's possibly true. Possibly. You know, Kobe's like a... I don't know if you know this, but Kobe was in the NBA, right? Kobe? Fortunately, never mind. Too dark. Never mind. I'm stopping. Yep, that's me. Jokes aside, every engine is fine. Stick heart into it and make a good game. Yeah, I believe that too. Serialized field, private, place, type. Okay, and then Private bool placed. Public. Get place type. Place type. Question mark. Get place type. Placed. Question mark. Null type. Other way around. Sorry. Type. If we're placed, then we're returning null. Okay, perfect. That's how I want to do it. And then inside our sphere checker, where is that at? How do you get that the position the cursor is pointing to when building? Ah, that's a good question. That's a great question. Don't ask me questions. I'm a teacher. You have to pay for that. Just kidding. So if we go and look at the input checker, inside of the mouse controller, we are getting this, we're doing a raycast over here. So we're getting a raycast over here from ray is equal to camera.main.screen2.ray. So this right here is just creating the initial ray in order to actually read what we're hitting. And all we're getting is the position of the mouse, and we're putting that into screen point to ray. And Yui, that is a checkbox in the player controller, just saying. That is why I'm saying Unreal sucks, because it doesn't teach you anything. This you're actually learning. See? Scotty, you and me, same brain. Unreal sucks, Godot sucks. On the same page. And then we're doing a physics.raycast. This is inputting the ray. And then this out, raycast hit, has all the information that we would want. On that raycast.hit, we get the point, and then we get the normal. So the point is going to be the position where the ray actually hits, and the normal is going to be the... Do you know about normals? Do you know what that is? Yeah? Okay. Perfect. So yeah. So that's it. So that's how we're getting the position. We're just doing a raycast, and we're heading the terrain. And it rotates the building. And it rotates the building to it? Yeah, yeah. So the way that it works, if we could look at the code. So we're just calling this method to the normal. Yeah, the update location is going to be this. Actually, it could probably be better name as update transform. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. And then we get the vector3.up, which is going to be the normal. And then we just set our up to be that same up value that we're getting. So we could probably name this to like normal also. Yeah, yeah. Really, really simple. Really super easy to make, by the way, also to have something like that. Yeah. And because like because the density of the terrain is so high, so let's check here. It doesn't really matter if like something is going to be next to each other, because look at that density. We have a triangle here, triangle here. There's a lot of triangles. Also, there's a lot of tessellation going on. I don't know if that's... I don't know how that works, to be honest. I don't know how that affects anything. It is weird that it's tessellating by... that's why... That's way easier than I expected in Unity. Unity is easy, bro. I'm telling you. Unreal... Godot is... The only thing I don't like about Godot, like seriously, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't like been like really like trying to use it. Don't know why I specified Unity. I think I'd have to do it the same way, if not more complicated in Godot. Interesting. The reason why I didn't want to use Godot, or I haven't been really ads. Sorry, fucking get Prime. Get Prime so you don't watch ads, right? Give me a Prime subscription. Prime! Hold up. Wait, how do you rename a void and it changes in different code files? Kobe! You do Control RR, just like that. And then you can rename it everywhere. Oh, that's not you, Kobe. Sorry. That's Magnet. I apologize. Not Kobe. You do Control RR. So you just click on something and then you just press Control RR, just like that. Yeah, super useful. One of the most useful things that I know how to do. But not, but just name things right the first time. Am I right? Just kidding. Hard to do. Point checker. Here we go. This is what I'm trying to get. So inside of this point checker, I guess we have to do a private void on fixed update. Okay, then we're gonna do overlap sphere physics dot overlap sphere. What is the difference? Computes stored. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna head out now, brother. Have a good rest of your stream. I'm going to bed. All right, Kobe. Good luck. Good luck. Real quick, Kobe. I'm planning on releasing this game here by the end of this month, hopefully. So by the end of this month, I should be good to start jumping on Monkey Business. If you still want me on it, Godot sucks, by the way. Just kidding. All right, I'll catch you later, Kobe. Okay, sick. Okay, so we're going to do the vector 3 position is going to be the position. See you. Bye. Everybody say bye to Kobe. Did we hit something? If we did hit something, then show ghost depending on camp place. Yeah, this is no longer correct, but that's fine. Let's think about. I'm gonna make the basics of the building system. I've still gotta. Thank you, brother. Keep that stream open, huh? Keep it open. I'm trying to get views. Yo, you'll spam this to everybody you know. Yo, subscribe, follow. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, give me a second. I have to think about how to actually do this. Actually, you know what? First thing we do, let's go ahead and actually make the stuff. There was one who wanted to give you. I banned him. He wasn't committed enough. He should have just done it without asking me. That's what happens. Don't ask. Just do it. Buy me bots. Just kidding. Don't do that. Scriptable objects. Okay, let's go ahead and create that place interaction SO. And we're going to do it for the medium house for sure. Medium house. Okay. And then the big house, let's just say it gives you 5 points. And then because this is for the medium house, we don't need it. Small house, gives you -1. Okay. Small house. Let's do medium house, big house. Big house. Okay, then we do small house. I don't know how this is going to work or if this is going to work, but okay, this is a medium house. This is placer. This is the big house, that's good. And then this is place. Then this is going to be the small house. Whatever, we can click it from here. Small house. Small house, okay. Big house. Big house. Medium house. Medium house, perfect. Okay, all good on there. Let's go and actually do the overlap sphere now. That was a lot faster than I was expecting. I guess the thing that I want to do is I want to actually... You know what? On the place, we probably also want to have a radius of how big we want to check. So private radius I don't know why I wrote radius. Floats, and it's radius to check. Okay, let's go back. Let's say that the big house probably has the most influence, right? So let's set this to 10. The medium house, let's set it to 7. And let's set the small house to 3. Sure, that's fine. Okay, so inside of our sphere checker, we probably want to give this as a... We want to have this as a serialized field for private point checker, like that. And then whenever we update here, if we're ready to place, we also want to update the point checker. So our checker over here. Let's go ahead and actually move this over here so we can actually work on it. So I think this is fine actually, because we could just turn this on and off. So if we have the fixed update, we have the point checker. All we have to do is on fixed update, do a physics.overlap sphere, and we're going to get the radius that we have active, private float radius, like that. Public void begin checker. And then the thing that we're checking for is going to be for overlap sphere and checker radius. Okay, it's going to be, we want a vector3.position. Oh, sorry. Begin checker. This is going to be the radius. We want to set that here is going to be equal to radius. Nope. Floats radius. What else do we need? We also need public void update checker, vector3 position, transform. I guess we even don't need that. We could just do a vector3 private. No, let's do it this way. It makes more sense to have the actual transform change. Transform.position is equal to position. And then over here, we could just do transform.position. And then the radius is going to be radius. And then inside of here, we don't need the layer mask or anything. We're just trying to get the colliders. Okay, and this is going to check all of the colliders. So let's go ahead and do collider, colliders hit. Okay, and then for each collider and colliders hit, we just want to get to see if collider.try get component out place. And if it does have a place, oh, what we also need is actually the private interaction, place interaction, and so interactions. Okay. Actually, you know what? It would be better to have this interactions SO to not only just have a list. We probably want to, let's make a dictionary. Public dictionary place type with int. And then we're going to call it get interaction dictionary. Okay, and then we're going to make a new dictionary. So dictionary place type int dictionary to return is equal to new. And then for int I equals 0, I plus plus, perfect. Okay, and then for each interaction, we want to add a dictionary return, dictionary to return dot add, and then it's going to be interactions I dot type interactions I dot points. This has to be capitalized also, points. And then we just return dictionaries to return. Easy, easy. Okay, now instead of holding this, let's just hold in the dictionary to return, which is going to be place type and int. Just like that. And then in the begin checker, we're going to do interactions is equal to, and then we can input a dictionary over here. Place type int dictionary. Dictionary. Okay. I don't like that word. Let's call it interactions. Okay, easy. Now all we have to do is check. Oh, actually, you know what? We probably do want also a... We do also want the same one too. So no! Damn, that sucks, bro. I just lost viewership for like a second. It's all good, brother. Okay, so what I'm thinking now of right now is that because we have the sphere checker, I made an incorrect thought. I had an incorrect thought. Medium houses should also be able to interact with medium houses as well. So let's think of medium houses. Why did it not save? What the fuck? None of them saved. Why? Oh, because I changed the name. That's why. Okay. That makes sense. Small house. Big house. Okay, so for our medium house, probably, I don't know. Let's pick random numbers. 3, -5. So big houses don't like being next to big houses. Medium houses love being next to big houses. And they like being next to small houses. But they hate being next to other medium houses. A lot. Okay. And then small houses like being next to medium houses. They hate being next to big houses. And then they also like being next to other small houses. So hopefully we can get some nice interactions from that. Let's go ahead and do the overlap sphere checker. The reason why I wanted to have this point checker over here is because, okay, if place dot you know what? Let's set this, instead of having it private, let's make it a public. Public. Placed. Boom. Get set. Okay, so now we have placed. If placed, then we want to continue. And then all we have to do is we also have to get... I'm thinking right now. I'm trying to think right now. Instead of the place, we also want to actually like say like, hey, show UI. So public... How do we do it? How can we do it in an easy, like in a clean way? Because I don't want it to just like do it. I want to actually do it in a clean way. Also, I'm thinking about it. We don't really care about this anymore because we could just check if it's placed or not there. So we could just return type. I think this makes more sense also. We don't have a random null for no reason. Why are we sending a null when it's an enum, right? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. We're just checking placed. Whenever we actually place something also, let's go ahead and go to the placer. Let's go over to the place object inside of our instantiate placeable transform. Transform placed transform is equal to that. Place transform dot get components dot place dot placed is equal to true. True. Hopefully that didn't add something randomly. Okay, perfect. It's good. Okay, so we're actually setting it to true whenever we place it down, so that's good. Now this should be working. Now inside of the collider, we just have to get the actual point value. So we have to get an accumulator first. So int accumulated points is equal to 0. Okay. And then inside of accumulated points plus equals interactions place dot type, get place type. Just like that. So it should just work like that. And then, yeah, actually, yeah, right? Actually, let's set this over here. Let's set this to a private int accumulated points is equal to 0. We don't have it set. We don't have to set it equal to 0. Sorry. I'm thinking. Because we're setting it to 0 over here. Okay, so we're accumulating the points. We're adding it together. We're setting it to interaction, which is exactly what we're looking for. This is only running whenever it's active. So whenever we have the checker, if we have, where we're using this ready to place, let's check. Ready to place equals false. So let's do checker.gameObject.setActive false. And then over here, let's do checker.gameObject.setActiveTrue. Okay, so we're checking there. We're getting the accumulated points. Let's go ahead and public void, public int get accumulated points. And then we're just going to return accumulated points. Hello, accumulated points, just like that. Nope. Okay. Is that good? Does that look good? Does that look clean? I think that looks clean. I think we're good. We're set with that. All right. Stay healthy. Thank you, brother. I will catch you later. Thank you, Scotty. And stay away from Godot. I will. Trust me. Just kidding. I probably won't. Good luck on your new project, brother. All right. So we have our... How long are you going to stream? I have no idea. I was honestly going to stop here soon. As soon as I get this point system finished, and then we also have like the visuals for it, I think we're going to stop. So maybe if I'm thinking about how long that'll take, probably like another hour, maybe. But I will be streaming later because I'm actually working on my real project. Check it out. Fool's Court on Steam. Wishlist it, please. I want this game to be successful. I'm going to be working on this project later. So I probably should set up a schedule. I should set up a schedule. So I'll try to do that. but I do have a Discord also if you want to. I think I post whenever I go live on there. Let me see. Announcements. No, I have not. I have not. Don't double wishlist. That's gonna unwishlist it. No, yeah, sick. I appreciate brother wishlists are great. They help so much. Okay, let me think about how we can actually place it down. So inside of our place object, we actually also want to get we want to have access to a pointer. Oh, I don't know if that's against the rules, but I'm not saying to do anything. You do what you want. I have no control over you. Fool's court. You want to check how many, what is it called? Wish list it has so far? Steam stats. Let's check it out. Fool's court. Damn, look at. We have 34. Sad number. I don't know, Soul Reaver. Just saw that over there. I did not say nothing. Okay, so on here, we're going to get the points accumulated whenever we actually place it down. So whenever we place it down on here, checker dots get accumulated points. And we want to set this over to our points manager, which we don't have yet. So whenever we don't have it, trying to think. I'm going to do this in a bad way, and then we can think about fixing it later. So inside of our points checker, we probably want to have let's look at the Unity lifecycle frame lifecycle. So if we look at this, we have fixed update, and fixed update runs before update, right? When does fixed update run? We have update and late update. So if that's the case, let's actually overlaps here. This runs once every frame, right? Let's do it this way. Let's just do this in update. And then we're going to go into late update. And then we're going to actually compile this into a list of checks. Should be new wish list. Yo, I don't know how fast it updates. Let me check. I don't know if it'll actually update so soon. Well, that's my full legal name. Oh. 3. It went down 1. Just kidding. No, it didn't update yet. Unfortunate. That's fine. Okay. Inside of late update, we also want to do a private list of place, and then places to show points. Begin checker, places to show points equals new. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's just set it new up here. And then here we want to, inside of update, we want to do clear. And then inside of here, we're going to do places to show points dot add place. And then over here, we're going to do for each place in places to show points. Over here, we actually want to show the UI. So we have to make a UI thing for us over here. We also have to make like a billboard for this also. So let's actually go onto here and let's make let me just view this. Go to UI. And then let's do text. Like that. Does that work? No. I think there was a way. 2D object, 3D object. There we go. So I have just text here. Let's call this points text. Yeah. Okay. Let's add this for all of them. Actually, I should have not done that first. Hold on. Give me a second. Points text. F. Why is it like that? I don't like that. Hold on. Give me a second. Mesh renderer. Let's set this to lit, unlit. Does that work? No, that does not work. Softness. Why is it like that? Ah, I see, I see. Liberation. It looks cast shadows off. Blend probes. Okay, I think that should be fine. The thing that I want to do now is actually add like a billboard on here. So, oh, billboard. Does that work? Hold on, let me see. No, that didn't work. I don't know why it says billboard renderer if it doesn't actually do it. Remove components. Let's make a billboard. Create. Perfect. Look at all this code. Look at all this code that we wrote in today. There's so much code. For what? Just to make a clone? I can't believe it. Private void. Late update. W coding today. W coding. Okay. Transform. Dot look at. Camera dot main. Dot transform dot position. Okay, let's see if that works just by itself. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's backwards though. It is backwards. So can we do negative? Can we just set this negative? What happens if that happens? Let's check. Yeah, look at that. Yo. Fire. Yeah. Sick, sick, sick. Yo. Fire, fire. Can I get some fire emojis in chat? W's in chat. Okay, so that is working. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. We also have to have a, what is this? This is a TMP text. Perfect. Let's go into our place. And then we also have to have a reference to this. Serialized field, private. Thank you. TMP text. And then this is going to be our text. Also, we don't want this. We want that like that. Void display text. Display score. String score. Text dot text is equal to score. And then we'll say if score, if string dot is null or empty score, then we're going to just assume that this is telling us to disable the TMP text. So let's do text dot game object dot set active, and let's set that to false, just like that. Just like that. And it doesn't matter if we can change the name. Okay, no worries, BRB, brother. Send it through. Okay, we're doing that. That's perfect. UI manager. Okay. Now, whenever we go into our input checker, all we have to do is do place. Display. And then the thing that we're looking for is going to be for interactions place dot get place type dot toString. The difficult thing also is that we probably this is such a bad way to do it. I don't want to do it this way, but I just want to do it just to have it done, you know? Let's do display score string.empty. So this is basically going to overwrite it every single frame. So whenever we display the score, it's going to be empty. But because this is on late update, this is actually going to set it. So it's only going to show the active ones that are on screen. Also on the points checker, we want to set the begin radius is going to be transform.scale is equal to vector3.1 times radius. It might have to be radius times 2. The reason why we're doing vector3.1 and multiplying it is because this is a float, local scale requires a vector 3. So in order to convert the radius to a vector 3, we're just doing vector3.1, which is 1, 1, 1. And this just multiplies all of those values by 1, and it applies it to the scale. That's what we're trying to do. So now, whenever we go into any of these places, and now we have the TMP text over here. Perfect. Now we can copy. Bam, bam. Let's put it at the top. That's fine. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Bam, bam. Okay, let's put this one at the top as well. Bam, bam. Okay, sick. So we have everything here at the top. Now we have the sphere checker over here. We're going to... How do we want to do this? We want to have the placer have a reference to the point checker. And then whenever we get a new checker, right? set building place. This is where we're trying to do the checker. Checker dot begin checker is going to be set to man, this is the tough part because we don't want to just update the visual. Let's do it this way. Transform, update visual. And then we're going to just return transform dot get child index. Transform visual transform is equal to that. And then we get to visual transform dot get component place dot radius. All right, now we actually have to go inside of here and get the radius, which we don't want to make it public. 1 minute ad. Sorry, I didn't choose it. Maybe I did. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I don't know if you can still hear me. I'll say it after. Public float. Get radius. Sorry, I didn't choose it. I didn't choose how long the ads are. Maybe I did, but I don't know how to change it. So it's not my fault. Next stream, I promise that YouTube will have low latency. Maybe. And if it does, then, you know, you can just watch on YouTube and you won't get any ads. Unless you do, then I don't know how to help you. Okay, so over here, we're going to get the radius. No, that's all right. At least you make money. I don't know if that's true. Right. I just don't know if that's true. It might be true. Get place type. Public dictionary place type interactions int get interaction dictionary interactions dot get interaction dictionary. Okay, perfect. Place is equal to visual transform. Place is equal to visual transform dot get component place. Okay, and then we could just do place dot get radius, and then place dot get interaction dictionary, just like that. I don't know. I am a, how would you call it? I think I am an affiliate on Twitch, so you guys can like subscribe, but I don't know if I actually get ad revenue. Let me look it up. Let's look up on Twitch. Twitch.tv. Do I get money for ads? Oh! Good thing you guys can't listen to the songs. Give me a second. Creator dashboard. Stream manager. Pre-roll ads off. Analytics overview. I do get money. Wow. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this, but look at that. I got 4 cents, brother. 4 cents. Yo, keep up the ad time. I got 4 cents. Yo, let's set it higher, huh? Let's set the ads higher. Welcome to the new ad. See, that's how you know that I don't look at. Hold on. That's how you know. I didn't even know that this was a thing. Yeah, let's set it. Yeah, 22 minutes of ads. Yeah, let's get money. Yo, get rich. Just kidding. We can set it to low, actually. I don't care. Wait, what's the... I don't know what the implications of this ad are. That's funny. Okay. Sick, sick, sick. I guess I do get some money. No, no, no. I don't want to get the ads crazy. Yeah, we'll set it. We'll just keep it the way it is right now then. Oh, I thought you meant to set it all the way up to like 50% of the watch time is just ads. Let's check this. Next cutoff is top 400 happening on 3/18 in 2 days. Uh-oh. Whoa. I'm a part of this program where they're doing a like we're doing like a battle royale basically for who can get the most followers or get the most interactions. So I have been posting shorts. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to be number 1 on there. So far I'm like number 300. So I'm very close to getting cut off and I don't want to get cut off. So, you know, if you ever see my shorts, just like like and comment that shit, you know? Just comment, spam that shit. You don't have to. I'm just joking. Okay, what am I doing? In interaction, yeah, place checker, that's perfect. Let's go into the point checker. Updates. Yeah, I think that's good. I think this is good. We'll see if this works. Transform, set child is out of bounds. Where is this being called? Gotcha. Get child. Okay, this is getting out of bounds, right? So if index is equal to -1, then we're just going to return null. And if not, then we're going to return that. Okay, I think that should work. Let's check it. Okay, I got a message. Whoops, what did I do? Input should be fine. I don't know why that gave me an error. Whoa, look at that. What the heck? What the oh I know why that's happening. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, let's do this. So we cannot have this renderer here on the first frame. Let's on the first object. Let's go ahead and move this to the bottom. That's funny. That's a funny thing. That's very funny. So the reason why it was all funky like that was because in the very beginning, whenever I look for the object for the materials, I'm not actually setting that automatically. I'm like defining what the materials look like every single time. Also, I am not doing this correctly. Radius vector 3 times radius. Local scale. Radius. Okay. Set position. Where is this being called? This should be called here. So in the, no, it should be called here. Checker.update checker. And it's going to be position. All right, all right. This should be working now. This radius is looking mighty, mighty small. Okay, let's change these. Radius 7, 3, 10. Let's change this to 20. Let's change this to 35. And let's change this to 15. And let's see how that looks. There we go. There we go. It doesn't seem to be actually doing anything though. Ah, that's why. Because whenever we actually display the score, we're not setting it to active over here. So text.gameObject.setActive. How did you get into game development? That's a funny story. So when I first started getting into tech, I actually started off as a UX designer. So I was learning UX, and I had a bunch of mentors. I had people teaching me, and I did so poorly in design. Um, I'll be honest. I think a big part of it was because a lot of design places, they wanted you to have some sort of credentials, like you had like a master's degree in like anthropology or some shit, which is crazy. You're a designer. They wanted like HCI degrees, which that one made sense. But some places wanted like masters or whatever, and the only places that would hire were like startups, and they were like, "Yo, we can give you shares if we ever sell the company, but we can't pay you." It's like, okay, well, um, anyways, I got a couple of interviews at a couple of different places. I did work as a UX designer on some projects, but most of them were mainly web projects, and one of them was a game, but that game never came out. That I worked on that game. I worked on two games as a UX designer. The After that, I got frustrated with how difficult it was to create like real projects. So I was like, you know what? Let me just learn how to code myself. And then I could just make my own projects and then be a UX designer myself. And I have this little extra boom of like, oh, I know how to code a little bit. And then I got really burnt out with UX design, and I really enjoyed coding. So now I'm just a game developer because I like coding way more than I like UX design. So that's what happened with me. That's going to be a TikTok. Thank you for asking me that question. Say hello to TikTok. That was it. Nice, nice. Yeah, that was it. My story. And I originally, when I was a kid, if you want the real like full answer, um, I've been coding for a long time, but not like real coding. There was this one game, or it's like a coding language. It was like an offshoot of Python, developed by MIT. That was specifically designed to teach kids how to code, and we learned that in middle school. And in that class where I learned coding, it really helped a lot with visualizing how code can turn into like visuals, because it was like a visual programming language. I learned that in middle school. And then high school, I went to a vocational high school and I learned coding in that. And then after that, I stopped. Yeah. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. But those were my two experiences: learning in high school and learning in middle school. And then after that, I just went off. I started working in pizza. I was literally making pizzas most of my life. Um, and I didn't touch coding until much later, much later. But I do think that those experiences in middle school and high school, it really helped me a lot to really get a grasp of coding just as a concept, because it came super easily to me. I think much easier than anybody that I know. And I think because of those two experiences of learning in high school and middle school. I think the middle school one especially the middle school one, because I was so young and the ideas just like my brain was so plastic, right? That it was so easy for me to absorb that knowledge. Okay, what was I doing? Update position. Okay, perfect. I want to check the point checker. For some reason, this is not working. For some reason. I think it's because, by the way, how old are you, if I can ask? How old do I look? I'm 15. I'm 12. How dare you ask me that question? Wait, how old do you think I am? That's funny. I was with a group of friends. And I was starting to talk about something, and I realized, oh, they might be. It's a little bit after their time. I am 29, almost 30. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the big 30. I am turning 30 here in a little bit over a month. I will be 30. And for my birthday present, you have to buy my game. The big 30, the big 30. But I'm 29 right now, but I will be 30. Let me go ahead and I think there is an issue here because it should just be working, but it's not working. Display score, string empty, score, so active true, return. You know what? Let's not even set active false. Nice, I'm forced. No way. Well, there you go. I think you're gonna have a good time. Learning coding when you're older because you're having the experience right now. Okay. Hope so. I think you will. It's going to be super easy for you. It is not working currently, and I think the reason why it's not working is because whenever we actually place these, we don't have... What I want to do is I want to add in a rigid body onto here, right? Does that make sense to do a rigid body? Instantiate. Let's do it. Let's see if this works. Placeable transform, add components, rigid body. It's just that this is such a heavy operation. I don't know if I want to do this. Kinematic is equal to true. Okay, let's try. Let's see if that works. Let's do a debug checker over here because I want to see debug.log collider hit, colliders hit dot length. Okay, let's check that. Okay, let's play. Oh, something's happening. What's happening here? Ha! I see what's going on. Okay. Object not sent to an instance of an object. I had to go for a few minutes. Did I miss anything? No, you were gone? You were just talking 2 seconds ago. Odd kinematic is true. No, you're good, brother. Placeable object. Why did that not work? Returns a rigid body. Yep. Oh my god, how do I turn this off? All right. I believe yeah, that's the shitty part. There is a materials, where is it at? Here at the visual updater. We're changing everything recursively. We don't want to do that. Man, how do we do this? If parent dot try get components out text mesh tmp text. Okay. Terrible way. But hopefully it should be working now. Interesting that it's rotating like that. Transform that position. Ah, I see. Yeah, so it's looking, it only works if we're right in the middle. So the billboard is not working correctly. So the way that I want it to work is doing forward. Does that work? Oh shit. Let's try. Maybe that will work. No, that's even worse, I think. How do we make a billboard? I feel like I never use billboards. I feel like I should know how to do it, but I'm not doing it correctly. Why is it saying null reference? What is this? Placer. Instantiate. Placeable transform is equal to get child. Placed. Ah, ha, ha. That's why. Give me a second. Sorry. There we go. This is... You didn't miss anything. I don't know if I answered that. This is the entire reason why it wasn't working. It should be working now. Okay. Big house. Interesting. Look at that. I was right. Yeah, that I was right. So instead of the point checker, we actually want the radius to be multiplied times 2 over here. So we're going to do times 2 because the local scale, the scale is in regards to the x, to the entire diameter. It's not just the radius. So now that we have that set, we should be able to see that we actually have a bigger radius. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's working. Nice. Yeah, nice. Thank you. The transform is still not working though, so let's do this. Let's do camera forward, or let's do camera position. And then let's do... How do we... How do we do it so it just looks at, hold on. I wish it would transform dot rotation. Look at, get look at. Transform rotation is equal to, let's see, local rotation dot local rotation, local Euler angles is equal to times equals vector 3. Okay, here we go. 1, -1, 1, right? X, Y, I think so. Let's check this. New. Ah! What is it not doing? Times equals cannot be operated. Why? Okay, is equal to transform dot Euler angles, local Euler angles dot x. Transform dot local Euler angles dot y. Transform dot local Euler angles dot z. Okay, and then we could do negative transform like that. Perfect. Who's this guy? Who just sent me a message? Gotcha. Okay. Hopefully this works now. Let's see if that actually does anything. Okay, let me... Let's just remove this line. I don't know. No, I don't know. Plus 180. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the billboard. It's such a simple thing. I feel like everybody should know how to do billboarding, but... It's not working for me for some reason. Why? Why is it not working? X, Y, Z. There's an overload. Wait, what are the overloads for a look at? Vector 3 dot up. Okay, what are the overrides? World position. Okay, let's do it this way. Vector 3. Can we just do the transform? What happens if we just add the transform? Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is just that. Okay. Whoops, it was playing. I should have not done that when I was playing. My bad, my bad. Object not set to a reference of an object that 100% does exist. I don't know what the frick you're talking about. Can we render this like backwards? Is that a thing? Middle. Billboard. Mouse controller, line 30. Yeah, 100%. That does exist. It was just an error. Small houses, don't they love being next to medium houses? It's not working. Medium houses. 5, 5, 5, 5. Why is it everything just 5? Oh, hold on. Sphere point checker. No, that's right. Interactions. Did I just set everything to 5 by accident? I didn't realize. Give me a second. Scriptable objects. No, I didn't. Okay, let's set this to 2. Or let's set it to 1. Let's set this to 8, just so we can see that there's an actual difference. And then over here, big house. Oh, that's why. This is a medium house. This is a big house. This is a small house. Okay. Now we should be able to see there's different values. 1, perfect. Small house. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get the position minus transform.position. Like that. So it should just work like that. Let's see if that works. I don't know why I didn't do that before. If it doesn't work, then I just have to flip it. Let's do 1, 5. It's the wrong way. Yeah, it's the wrong way. Okay, now this should work. Perfect. Now it's working. Small house. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's working. It's actually working now. Okay. Big houses hate being around big houses, but they love being around these. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Oh my god. It's almost like it's a game now. This is crazy. Let's see. 2, 5. Why is this one rotating so funky? I need to look at that real quick. Thank you. Let's set the pivot. Oh, you know what it might be? That is not set to 0. Hold on, give me a second. The rotation. No, I want it to be higher, right? Right? Oh, it's because these aren't set to... There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, there we go. That should work. Now it should be perfect. Let's check it. Medium house, big house, small house. Oh, it's behind. It's behind it slightly. Yeah, we actually want it to be even higher than that. Let's check this one. That one is good. Let's check this one. This one is not good. It's too low. Let's set this one higher. That's good. Let's do this one. Also too low. Let's set it higher. Sick. All right. Big house. Medium house. Small house. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do I know what I'm doing? Do I actually know what I'm doing? Is that -10? Let's change the text to black. I guess that would be that would make it a lot easier also. For text color, black. One. Good. -8. Look at how readable that is. So much better. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's working. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. All this time. Whoa. Okay. Small house. Is it worth it? Oh, wait, we could just like place it here. Oh, perfect. Small house. The problem is we have this clipping issue. So you know what we could do? Whenever we place something down, we could make it slightly lower, just so it doesn't have that Z fighting thing. So in our inside of our placer, whenever we actually place it down, let's get the transform and let's lower it down a little bit, minus vector 3 dot, hold on, place object, instantiate, minus vector, no, minus transform dot up times 0.01f. Apply to oh, this should be here. Okay, let's see if this works. Hopefully it doesn't like freak it out too much. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. Yeah, look at that. Looks good. It's very minor, the difference, but as long as it's not Z fighting, which is good, I don't want it to Z fight, then that's exactly what we're looking for. The last thing to do is going to be to actually like make the game loop, but I think this is a good enough place to stop right now. Let's go ahead. I am going to go ahead and stop streaming. But thank you everybody for hopping in, brother. Thanks everybody. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. Wishlist Fool's Court. It's below. I'm gonna be probably working on that game later. I don't know if today. I'll be honest, because there's a lot of coding today. How much? It was like almost 4 hours of nonstop coding. So I need to take a little break. I don't want to get burnt out too bad. But if you enjoyed it, hit me up. Check it out. Follow, okay? Please. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.